the channel. Now I know we've had a few serious videos lately and thank you so much for all the feedback on those. So I thought it was time we had a feel-good piggy vlog focusing on Callie and how she has been settling into her new home. Now in case you don't know, Callie is our newest addition to the guinea pig herd. And she's already learning off the other guinea pigs that you have to drink from the water bottle as soon as anyone is talking, and especially if there's a camera recording. The little sips are so cute. I can't stop it. It's just so adorable. Okay, so 6 weeks ago we adopted Callie from a guinea pig rescue here in the UK. She was born at the rescue, but unfortunately she didn't have the easiest time growing up as she struggled to feed and put on weight. So she stayed super tiny and too small to be adopted out at the normal 8 weeks. She also developed an abscess on her face, of all things, so she had to go on a course of antibiotics and wait even longer to find her forever home. But on the 29th of August this year we got to go and collect her, and at the time she was 13 weeks old but still very, very small. And there she is. So it has been 6, almost 7 weeks since we brought her home. So this is kind of a 6-week update on how she's been settling into her new home and all the things that we've started to learn about her. And we are going to start our updates off with a little bit of a weigh-in. Come on then, you gonna let me pick you up? No. Here we go. Good girl. So I figured she must have been about 350 grams when we first got her, and I weighed her a couple of weeks ago and she was 500 grams. Okay, so 585 grams. Callie, you are piling on the pounds. It's also around this time that we should think about cutting their nails for the very first time. As I can tell when I'm picking her up, they are getting rather long now and are quite sharp. So I could do a little short video on cutting her nails when I get round to this. If anyone would like to see cutting nails on a baby guinea pig, then just let me know. You don't look so small anymore, do you? In fact, that looks like a rather shapely bottom you've got there, Callie. What do we think, Pedro? Popping her back in the cage is a good opportunity to talk about the cage itself and how she has adapted and started to use this new space. As you can see, she's just in the hay at the moment, and I think this is one of her favourite places to be. And I've really learnt from her as well, with young guinea pigs in general, how important hay is to them. She will use the hay box as a hidey within itself when everyone else is using up all of the favourite spots in the cage. She'll go in there, she'll make her own little nest, a little burrow, and that will be her hidey hut. So don't underestimate the importance of hay, especially for baby guinea pigs. As well as the hay though, she has been using everything else in the cage, and if you've been wondering, yes, that does include the hammocks. What excellent timing, although Pedro is kind of underneath there. At first she would just kind of sit in them and look really, really small, and then sometimes she would hop in them and just start popcorning like mad and start doing zoomies around the cage. And only recently, in the last 2 weeks or so, have I actually spied her properly relaxing, chilling out and having a sleep in the hammocks. Eventually she managed to kick him out, and we're not very pleased about that, are we, Pedro? Or maybe we just don't care. And one thing I thought I'd just mention quickly is the water. So you might notice in my cage I have these water bottles and I also have a water bowl, and Callie does actually use both of these. So if you are worried that your baby guinea pigs or, you know, a few months old guinea pigs aren't drinking and aren't getting enough water, then do pop in a bowl and see whether they start using that. But the chances are is that they don't actually need that much water at this time in their lives. They get a lot from the fresh vegetables and foods that you'll feed them, and they really might not appear to drink much of the water bottle or the water bowl. Okay, so let's talk a bit about how she's settled in with the other guinea pigs. And for a new baby guinea pig coming into a new home, it is a complete change of everyone in their social circle, people and guinea pigs, and we can expect them to be quite timid, very scared, and take a long time to settle into that new environment properly. Now in Callie's case, she was at a rescue in a big cage in a room with lots of other guinea pigs, pigs. Lots going on around her, different people, volunteers, people coming in for appointments. All of that stuff I think has helped her adapt to new environments a bit quicker than normal. So she has settled in with the other piggies really well. And this is something I found with baby rescue guinea pigs in general. So the new members of Callie's herd include Pedro, he is a senior neutered boar. And then we have Roxy and Phoebe, who are two sisters, and they are 2 years old now. And introducing Callie to these three adults was fairly easy, and it usually is with baby guinea pigs. What you might see is nipping and jabbing from the adults to the baby. And if you do see that, especially in the beginning, it is really normal, and it's just the adults kind of reminding the youngster that they're in charge over them. So I do see the occasional nipping, jabbing type behaviour still from Phoebe and Roxy towards Callie, but it is getting less and less as the weeks go by, which I think is really positive. And with Pedro, it's really hard to tell who's the boss with him. I think he is just so chilled out, so relaxed. He really doesn't care. Generally, it is just super fun to see them interacting, and you can tell why people end up with big herds of guinea pigs. I would definitely add more guinea pigs if I had the space for it. Our next update is everything about food. So Callie, one of the first things I noticed about her is she doesn't like the Burgess XL pellets, which is great because they're one of the main ones I use. But I do also use this science selective grain-free guinea pig food with Timothy hay. This I believe is meant to be a bit healthier, and she does actually really go for this. As for hay, she loves it as any guinea pig should, and she especially likes the good quality Timothy hay. If you're in the UK, I do have a link to my Haybox referral code below. Haybox is where I get my Timothy hay from, and it's always been super good quality from there. As for vegetables, well, Callie is not fussy at all. She basically likes everything, which I think is maybe a little bit unusual. When guinea pigs are younger, they tend to be a little bit more picky. She's mostly had the kind of basics. That includes coriander, lettuces, red, green, yellow pepper, cucumber, little bits of carrot and apple here and there. I don't really tend to give the piggies any sort of cabbage or broccoli type related vegetables, especially with Pedro and his bloat problem. So that's mostly everything she's had. Oh, she's also had fresh grass, which of course goes down very well with all guinea pigs. Next up is taming, and you might not find it surprising when I say that Callie has been easy to tame. She's been easy to hand feed in the cage, and lap time with her has been easy as well. Now, I know she's sounding like the perfect guinea pig, but as I say, her being from a rescue and a well-socialized environment, I think has really helped with a lot of how she settled in so good. But it is very, very normal for new baby guinea pigs to take a long time to get tame. You know, we're talking months, 6 months, a year even, or even longer with very shy piggies. And tame can mean different things to different people as well. For me, I think it's when they are okay to have you near in the cage and they're not too terrified when you've got them out for lap time and cuddle time. So say now she's happily eating a bit of hay that I've just put in there whilst I'm stood here talking, and she's not running away. However, I think it would also be normal for me to come into the room and just suddenly appear here and talking, and she would run away from that. So it's just different ways they respond to different things. And I think with guinea pigs, we need to just remember that they are prey animals. And if we do anything sudden, like I won't do it, but if I put my hand out over the cage, she will probably run away. So if we do things like that, then yes, they are going to respond like they are being hunted, because that is just their instinct. So bearing those things in mind, try to not be too disheartened if your guinea pig is running away, if they don't want to be picked up. That is all just part of normal guinea pig behaviour. And I do get loads of messages about this, so I will pop some of my taming videos and videos on picking up and handling guinea pigs below. And as I say in those videos, it is so much about us learning how to be around our guinea pigs as much as it is waiting for them to become tame and more comfortable around us. Are you gonna let me stroke you? Probably not. Whereas Phoebe, you're 2 years old. You won't let me stroke you either, because you just don't like being stroked, do you? But you're quite happy to have my hand here. And Roxy, what do you think? You just think there's some food on the go, don't you? Oh, thank you for the kisses. What about you, Pedro? You always love a stroke, don't you? You love a tickle. If anyone's wanting an update on Pedro, then he is not putting on weight, unfortunately. We are going to take him back to the guinea pig vet. Probably, if she wants to, then do some bloods and other x-rays. He's up and down, so it's really difficult to know what's going on with him. So keep sending well wishes for Pedro, and I'll keep you all updated on how he gets on. So on that note, that is where we're going to leave this video for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed getting all of the updates on Callie. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button and drop us a comment below. And if you've also got new guinea pigs, then let me know how your piggies are getting on. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.